The woman I'd called Mom for 30 years wasn't related to me at all, and everyone in my family had known since I was born. She was my North Star, the fixed point in my universe. When I was a kid with pneumonia, she'd stay up all night, holding a cool cloth to my forehead and telling me stories. When I failed my driver's test, she was the one who bought me a milkshake and said, "The world just wasn't ready for you yet." Her love felt like the foundation of my world, solid and immovable. Our normal was Sunday dinners, loud laughter, and the easy comfort of knowing exactly where you belong. In retrospect, the clues were like ghosts in old photographs. The family jokes about how I, with my dark curly hair and olive skin, must have been swapped at birth with the rest of her fair-haired, blue-eyed children. The strange absence of any photos of her younger sister, Eleanor, who had supposedly died in a car crash just before I was born. When I asked, a shadow would pass over my parents' faces, and the subject would be changed. The foundation cracked in the sterile, antiseptic-smelling corridor of a hospital. My mother's kidneys were failing, and without hesitation, I volunteered to be a donor. I sat across from a doctor, with kind, tired eyes, as he delivered the news with clinical gentleness. "Your blood types are compatible," he said, looking at his chart, "but the tissue typing shows it's impossible. You're not a biological match." The words didn't compute. I laughed, a short, sharp bark of disbelief. "That's ridiculous. Run the test again." I turned to my dad, who was sitting beside me, expecting him to join in my outrage. Instead, his face was ashen, his expression utterly broken. That was the moment I knew. That night in our silent living room, the truth came out. This was the first twist. Elena, my aunt, was my biological mother. She hadn't died in a car crash. She had taken her own life a week after I was born, and my parents had raised me as their own to shield me from that trauma. The lie was meant to be an act of love, but as I wept, filled with a dizzying mix of grief and rage, I asked who had made that decision. My father's eyes flickered to the portrait on the mantel. This was the second, more profound twist. It wasn't their choice. It was my grandmother, the gentle matriarch of our family, who had orchestrated the entire story. She had buried one daughter's memory to save the other's child from the stigma. Every cookie she'd baked for me, every warm hug, had also been an act of cementing this monumental deception. A stranger gave my mother a kidney. She's healthy now. But our family is still healing from a wound far deeper than surgery. I am learning to love the parents who raised me, while grieving for the mother I never knew. I've discovered that love can be true, even when it's built on a lie. But trust, once shattered, is a mosaic you can only hope to piece back together.